lot of you guys were asking why I even drafted Kingsman in the first place if I didn't want to be competitive. I wanted to be competitive. Like, I wanted to win.
No, you didn't. Look, I'm gonna be very real with you. Wanting to win looks like what Kingsman was doing. From what I saw, it seemed like your team was just completely unwanting to move on the comp that you were already running. Scoffing at the idea of running literally any form of stronger anti-dive than Black Widow. It seemed like Kingsman was the only one that actually gave even half of a damn about winning. Granted, could you say that the reason why Kingsman wanted to win was the original purpose of the creator tournament? No, it wasn't. Obviously, it does seem that a bunch of people who were invited to the tournament but sadly did not participate, it seems like a lot of them were originally just invited to the tournament with the promise of no cash prize. Which, I mean, would just insinuate that it's a content tournament to clip farm, to create content, which is fine. However, here's where the problem starts. When you introduce any form of cash prize, you immediately make something that is meant to be for the fun and to be friendly, to be hyper competitive, especially if the cash prize is divvied up depending on how you place in said tournament. Which means if first place nets you a bigger prize than second place, third place, fourth place, and all the way down to 8th place, obviously you're going to be gunning for first place and doing everything in your power to do so. If you've ever played Marvel Rivals for I don't know, longer than the span of a week, you're going to realize very quickly that people will run triple support for free. Literally for no money on the line. I've played multiple, and I literally do mean multiple quick play games where I am going against triple support and it's for free. Then it's double in ranked. I see far more triple support in ranked, and the crazy part is a lot of the people in that tournament and specifically on that team are actually fairly high-ranked players, so you know that triple support is something that people are definitely going to be running. If you do not think that for a $40,000 cash prize, like a cash pool, with an $18,000 that goes to the winning team, which is $3,000 per player, if you don't think that people are going to be running the most meta comp, especially with there being absolutely zero bans in this tournament, you're foolish, which is kind of the unfortunate part, right? Obviously, something that was meant to be entirely and totally fun stopped being so specifically because the cash prize being added. I can probably see that this tournament would have more than likely been pretty fun, probably not a whole lot of Loki Gambit, but it ended up being a lot of Loki Gambit. And the crazy part is everything Kingsman said was going to happen when you guys were doing your scrims is exactly what ended up happening when the actual tournament started. Hell, I literally think it was the first game that they played. Necros was on Deadpool, died once, and then immediately went over to Gambit. I'd like to clarify that Necros is a dive DPS player. You got Necros, a dive DPS player, immediately jumping over to Gambit to ensure that his team has a higher chance of winning. Now, obviously, this tournament was, I wouldn't say doomed from the start, but was probably pretty unfair for the most part, because you have people who peaked like Diamond 1 versus people that peaked one above all, and people who are also a part of the fucking pro circuit. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, this tournament was kind of all over the place. It's not really a casual tournament when you're mixing diamonds and one above all. Like, let me put it like this. Sometimes, every now and then, when I'm playing, just with my friends, just having a jolly old time, we will end up in a complete sweat lobby where it is nothing but eternity and one above all on the other team in quick play. It normally happens at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. If I'm not mistaken, there was a game where I was playing with one of my friends and we actually ended up in a lobby with Milena for 100 Thieves, and they absolutely ran our lobby. Yeah, that was fun to play with. I'd like to clarify, they probably weren't even trying or going all out or whatever the hell it may have been. The skill gap was just genuinely that high. Yeah, no, you put a tournament like that and then you eventually end up putting money on the line, it's going to turn into a sweat fest really quickly, which is something that Kingsman fully understood, and he was trying to prepare the team for that. He was saying that, hey, Widow might not be enough. He never had a problem with you starting off on Widow. Literally says it in his stream.
Don't send any hate to the player. It's just the ping. That's literally it. That's the only thing I have issue with, bro. Hopefully she could come to the VC and I could just tell her that myself, bro. I'm not pissed, bro. My chat loves to fucking spread misinformation. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. They love to spread misinformation over nothing. Go watch my VOD. Yeah. Okay, Lucy. You play Widow primarily, right? What's your somebody said you second Hela and Phoenix? We can run Widow off rip.
He does not have a problem with starting off on Widow, but you're probably not going to be able to play that the entire time because they're going to end up playing triple support slop.
We can run Widow off rip, but they're gonna run like triple support slop comps. I'm just letting you know.
What happened? They played so much triple support that literally Team CC, which ended up being Team Luciasa, ended up complaining about triple support, that it's triple support cringe.
Dude, what is this triple support grudge? Every time, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, this triple support cringe is like too like
support, bro. Like actually.
It's like crazy. Every time they're not on it, it's like they're getting slammed. Like they're getting held. As soon as they swap, it's like literally the first fight that they swap to triple, we lose. It's fucking ridiculous.
I wonder, maybe if there was someone that could have warned you about that.
Support pool is really good with triple. That's what makes him really good, is triple support.
We're not gonna run triple support.
We're not gonna run triple support for the tournament?
No, we're not.
Where did you get that idea that we were?
GG, we lost! What?
I think you guys have a very different mentality than like other teams. Like I think the other teams will just walk out with full
Thank you!
sweaty comps.
Of course they're gonna do that, it's a $40,000 tournament!
No, they're
Yeah.
not.
Talk some sense into these guys, because they don't want to run triple support. You don't think any team will want to run triple support.
No, you can barely get Matthew to play freaking support, let alone 3 people.
If Matthew's playing for 40 grand, he's gonna play triple support.
Oh right, you bullied him, called him a loser, told him to shut the fuck up, and also for some reason made fun of his financial situation.
Case and point proven right now. Do you understand?
No, it's
Well,
not.
you've been making
Yes,
me play
it is!
of course I'm gonna
How
play.
do you not see the problem right now?
First of all,
It's that ass Kingsman, like shut the fuck up.
Just
Yeah,
play
yeah.
Widow the
You
whole
guys should run
tournament.
that.
But if we run into like Snake Case's team, can you please play Bucky? Because
we
these
are running into
teams.
Snake Case's team. I don't understand, bro. I don't
playing
get it. You're
Bucky.
making me mad, bro. We're been playing against Snake Case's team. This is their team. The only difference is one support player, bro. We won! Shut up now, bro. Like, I'm tired of it. This is fucking getting annoying and you're making Zaza sad. Like, it's not gonna happen. She's gonna play Black Widow, so just shut up for 2 seconds and just play this goddamn sprint. Like, I don't get it.
Is that...
She's a hit or miss character. Like some games,
Listen, guys.
she's
I
not gonna
have
be good
no
every game. I like
morals.
honestly.
Why'd you
yeah,
talk
but
Zaza,
I just
bro?
don't think
I'm
you
just
should.
saying
Such a
purely for
hater.
the composition.
How are you doing, Panda? It's
Like
been a while
Bucky
since you
or
talked
something that can
about
peel
Leader.
for
Or you want
sports if you're getting
Matthew?
permadove like that is better. Because Widow is so frail and so squishy, and I know this because I've gone against every Black Widow, '1 Black Widow, all of them, and you
This
run
girl
full
just wants to
dive
play
in
character? No, I know,
Populo,
bro. Everyone thinks
you
this
just
guy's
dive
a
her and you
loser.
explode her
Kingsman's a
like a
loser.
bug. That's just what happens.
I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
Look, I mean, I know the rules say no bullying or personal attacks or harassment, but if talking about team composition counts as harassment, then what does saying shut the fuck up and rage baiting your own teammate? If what Kingsman did is harassment, what would that be considered? And obviously I'm not about to sit here and say that Kingsman is entirely and totally absolved of everything. Obviously he was very impassioned. Talking to people who are not as into it as you are, unfortunately, can come across as very fucking annoying. So there isn't really much that could have been done there other than him scaling it back a little bit, but he never did or said anything wrong. Zaza Stack is a talented Black Widow player. There is no doubt about that. But the problem is, Black Widow is not a good character. Anyone that has played Marvel Rivals for any span of time understands that Black Widow, the character, is quite literally known as the symbol of throwing. People pick Black Widow to play like shit. So imagine playing a character in a tournament with a $40,000 prize pool, $3,000 individually for top place, and you insist on playing what is largely considered to be the worst character in the game. Hell, even some of the fucking one tricks on the other teams ended up swapping it up because, well, let's be fucking for real, there's money on the line. Someone like Clips, who's like the #1 Hawkeye, or if he's not, he's most definitely in the top 10. Absolutely cracked on the character. Bro put down the bow and arrow and picked up the hand cannon real quick. He picked up Bucky real fast. He was frying on Hawkeye, but when it stopped going his way, he swapped it up, which is what you're kind of supposed to do. That's how the game is supposed to be played. Wanting to build a team comp around one of the worst characters in the game, and hell, even Kingsman was like, I'll play Mantis if you're so insistent on playing Black Widow, and even that was shot down. So you didn't want to win. There was no win con. There was no win con. That team would have gone in to lose, specifically because they were not amenable to switching, right? And again, I've watched Fumiata's video, I've watched Kingsman's video, I've watched the actual VODs, I've gone through the Google document that Zaza's boyfriend put up. I've kind of seen it all at this point, and everything that Kingsman said was going to happen ended up happening. He was warning you, hey, there is money on the line. People are going to run the most effective tactic available, Q acronym, and you didn't listen. And what makes it even worse is he ends up getting kicked. Now this, obviously, for Basm, Jesus, dude, like there were other options than just kicking him. He was not harassing anyone. He never broke your rules. But for some reason, it was an immediate kick. And mind you, he was the one being rage baited by his own team for simply just wanting to play the game competitively. That's not fair at all. The dude is literally trying his ass off to ensure that his team has the best chance of winning. They don't care about winning. He needs the money because he's a college student, and as someone that has been in college, that shit is not cheap. So I fully understand it. And they make fun of him. They make fun of his financial situation. They tell him to shut the fuck up. They rage bait him. They call him a loser. And I mean, shit, I know CC has said worse. I have had a friend that ended up in a quick play match with her. Granted, I will definitely say it was a 3-stack of my friends, and one of them was most definitely rage baiting her. But yeah, Rogue6767 Ohio probably has a very foul mouth. This entire situation is incredibly fucked up. There were other ways to handle it by either transitioning him to another team, even talking, or hell, even humoring it. Hey, I mean, Bucky is not a hard character to learn. J3 said it, like, Bucky will take like all of maybe fucking an hour to learn everything about him, but it is what it is. They ended up losing because they literally didn't listen to the person that told them exactly how it was going to end up going down. And it's unfortunate. They ended up losing, and we were robbed of pick and roll versus Kingsman. So, I mean, shit. You know, as a viewer, I'm kind of annoyed, and, you know, as someone that can kind of sympathize with Kingsman's situation, I'm also pretty fucking annoyed too. Now, obviously, for all of the weirdos that are making this you know, get women out of the competitive gaming space, grow the fuck up, all right? Like, that's just really weird. Stop doing that shit. All right, Capone is wrong, like, entirely. There is no if and or but about that shit. Let's not open that can of worms, alright? But, I mean, the actual tournament itself, apart from that one thing, was actually pretty fun to watch. Obviously, I didn't like the amount of Loki Gambit. It really did show exactly how broken of a game Marvel Rivals is. So hosting a tournament where there are no bans is probably a really bad idea. Do the people deserve hate? No, they don't. But it also should bring an air of caution that, you know, if you're going to do a creator tournament for content, either A, if you are offered a prize pool by NetEase themselves, just split it amongst all of the creators evenly. I'm pretty sure it's not hard to do $833 across 48 creators. Or better yet, just don't have a cash prize for a content tournament.